So this is for week 14, lesson 5. Okay, so at this point, you've got this unit circle completely filled in, right? And for every location on this unit circle, you know a degree, you know a radian, and you know, and this is the important part, an ordered pair. So what's going to happen on this particular lesson is you're going to be asked to find the sine or the cosine or the tangent of locations on the unit circle. All right, so what you're going to want to have is like the unit circle printed out or accessible because it's really, really easy. So let me show you an example. Okay, so based on the one that I have highlighted there, like in pink, if I asked you for the sine of pi over 6, okay, so here's the location that I'm talking about, pi over 6. If I ask you for the sine, literally, it is just the y coordinate of the ordered pair. All right, and think about why does that work? Because when we derived the unit circle, right, this side right here was 1/2, and the hypotenuse was 1, right? And you already know how to take the sine of an angle, right? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And that's why this comes out so nice and easy. It's just this coordinate because the hypotenuse is 1. It's a unit circle. So if you're given something this, oh, that's good. Let's try that a little bit differently. So let's say that you're given this location, okay? So you're gonna have to look at the unit circle. This is in the second quadrant. Its ordered pair is rad 2 over 2. Rad 2 over 2, except that the x coordinate is negative because we're in the second quadrant. Okay, now you could be asked for the cosine, you could be asked for the sine, you could be asked for the tangent. Okay, cosine is the x coordinate. All right, so the cosine is negative rad 2 over 2. The sine is the y coordinate, that's positive rad 2 over 2. And then this one's really cool. Tangent is the sine over the cosine. So you take this one and divide it by this one. So in this case, you get -1. Okay, let's try another one. Let's say we had pi. Let's take a look at pi, and I'll switch colors. In fact, let's do this. There we go. Okay, so pi, and again, I'm hoping you have your unit circle open, is at the far left-hand side. Its coordinate is -1, 0. All right, now just a reminder, cosine is the x coordinate and sine is the y coordinate. So this should be pretty easy. This is -1, and give me a sec. The sine would be 0, and then tangent, since it's the sine over the cosine, it's literally the y over the x, right? It's the y over the x, 0 over -1, which in this case just equals 0. Okay, let's try another. Okay, let's try this one. I'll switch colors so you can make sure that you're seeing these differently. Let's do this one. Okay, so 3 pi over 2 is at the bottom of the unit circle. Its coordinate is 0, -1. Okay, this first column was the cosine. Second column is the sine. And then the third column, this was tangent. Tangent is the y over the x. When you divide by 0, you get something that is undefined. Okay, and that would be the answer. The tangent of 3 pi over 2 is undefined. All right, so then there's going to be some where you have to rationalize, or you get kind of a nasty fraction. Let me show you one of those. So let's try this one. Okay, so this particular location on the unit circle is in the fourth quadrant. Its coordinate, and again, I'm assuming that you have the unit circle right there in front of you, is rad 3 over 2, -1/2. Okay, now again, the cosine and the sine are easy. The cosine is just the x coordinate, the sine is just the y, but the tangent here, when I take this and I divide it by this, that's a complex fraction. It's a gross complex fraction. All right, we're going to need to simplify it and reduce it. So let me change it to a multiplication problem. Hold on one sec. I need some room. There we go. Okay, so let's make it -1/2 times the reciprocal. The 2's cancel out, but now I've got this radical in the denominator that has to be rationalized. So I'm going to multiply by rad 3 over rad 3, and now I have the tangent. That is the tangent of that angle. Let me see if I can get that to line back up. Probably not. Right about there. No, it won't do it. Anyway, this is the tangent. Let me write it up. Tangent of 11 pi over 6. All right, if you got questions, hit me up in Zoom.